Hey, welcome back to Starlight Farm. Today we are doing our wood stove gasket. So, the other day I opened up the door, this fell off the door. Stove is approximately 12 years old, so I feel like we did pretty good to get this many years out of it, but probably should have done it last year. Today we got a decent day here in Nova Scotia. It's going to be 8 or 9 degrees. It's been cold lately, so we are going to take this opportunity where it's going to be warm today to let the stove go out, which we've already done, and we're going to replace this gasket. We're going to walk you through it. The gaskets need to be replaced every once in a while because you lose your airtight seal around there, and the stove isn't as efficient as you need it to be. And this has been a cold winter, so I've been going through more wood than normally, and plus with my gasket being in bad shape, I'm also using up more wood than I normally would use. So, fire's out. There is some coals in there, very, very few. So we're going to take this off. You don't have to take your door off to do this, but it is easier if you do. So, most of these doors, you just they're on pins, and you just kind of got to wiggle them around. Bang! Anyway, just like so. That's how you do that, and we'll take this out to the barn. We'll take it down and we will clean it up and we will walk you through this process. So, awesome. Okay, so here we are. Get this camera in nice and close to the door so you can see what's going on, hopefully. And so what we're about to do is we're about to remove the old gasket. So hopefully this is just going to pull right out. Oh, and it is. That is just, oh, that's about as ideal as you can get, I guess. And from there, now you got to get this all cleaned out, and this may not go as easy as what you just went through. Get a screwdriver, scrape it all out. Screwdriver and knife, so you don't mind scraping the heck out of it. Okay, so after I finished scraping that out with the screwdriver, I then took steel wool. I really wish I couldn't find I have a wire wheel somewhere, just one. It's basically like kind of like steel wool that you put on a drill. That would have really sped this up, but after you finish scraping it, then you take the steel wool, because you want this as clean as possible. So this is really helping out. This is getting it nice and clean in here. I've really only done the bottom with steel wool so far. I haven't done these parts on the side, but just show you how it works. And when I put that on else, that helped out quite a bit with getting this nice and clean. That's looking pretty good in there right now. Just took an old piece of sandpaper, folded it over, and ran it in there like so. And it fits in that groove just the way it folded over. It just fits in there perfectly. That's working really well. And the next step after this, when I've gone all the way around and finishes it, will be I'm going to get a wet rag and make sure I get all the sawdust, or not sawdust, but the filings and dust from the stuff wiped out. You want it nice and clean. So that's where we are so far. Stay tuned. Keep up. Okay, now we're going to sand it out. We're down to the wet rag part. We're going to try and get this nicely washed out as best we can. Get as much debris out as possible. It's supposed to hit 9 degrees here today in Nova Scotia, which is really awesome. Haven't seen that. We haven't seen much above double-digit frigid here lately. But so we also taken the opportunity to run a brush up through the old chimney today, since we got the fire out, and it just seems like it'd be a good day to do it. I said earlier that you did not have to take the door off to do this, and I guess you probably don't, But this did not clean out easily. This took a lot of scraping, and I see that just after running this wet rag through it that I'm going to have to scrape some more because I did not get it all out. And I can only imagine it'd be quite difficult trying to do that while it's still on the stove. So anyway, you got to do what you got to do. If it doesn't come off for you, then you just run the risk of maybe the glue not sticking as well, but and you might have to do it again. Okay, so we got it all cleaned out, and we're getting ready to apply the adhesive. So my instinct would be to be doing this the opposite direction, like pulling the tube towards me as you add the adhesive, but the instructions ask you to do it this way because it smooths it out as you're applying it. And see how this looks in a second here. See if they're telling the truth or not. Yeah, I guess. Try it the other way just to see the difference. Okay, I get it this way better. Did that bottom again just because I didn't like the way it looked the first time. So, but that looks like a good, healthy coating right there. Okay, so now we take the new gasket and put it in. So, so you're putting this in, you just want to make sure that you get the right size, of course, for starters. And you want to put it in, you don't want to stretch it. And I don't think you want to pack it either, so you just got to make sure that there's no stretch on this when you put it in, because it just won't dry properly. As it dries, it's going to pull, and it's just not going to seat. Push it in, get it in there good. Probably should be wearing rubber gloves. I have some right on this bench somewhere. This is looking really good. I'm happy with this so far. When you're not sure, you ask somebody who knows. I'm not that guy, but I've asked some people. So it's a nice day out, but I still like to have my wood stove going. House is cooling down, so I asked the people at the wood stove place that they were quite knowledgeable about this. So how long should I let this sit before I light a fire? And he said 6 to 8 hours. He said definitely a minimum of 6, no more than that, or no less than that. And 8 hours would be better. Didn't really say on the package. On the package it said 24 hours for a full cure, but that's for a water seal, it said. And we're not sealing this against water. We just want to cut down on the air getting into my wood stove. So, yeah. I'm going to cut that right there. Got enough left over to not do another one. It said 8 feet. I don't think that's 8 feet that I put in there, or 4 feet that I put in there, but anyway. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so there's our new gasket on our new door. Should hopefully make a nice tight seal in there and help us keep our house warm. So what we want to do is, now that we've got it on there, we're going to close the door. And that is much tighter than it was. That was loose before. They could even, the door like rattled a little bit when you walked by or just did anything. So that's a good indication. And obviously when you don't have a good seal, it's going to burn your wood faster, and you're not going to get the efficiency out of it. So anyway, that's where we are with that. If you run into that, that's a quick video on how we go about that. Again, there's stuff I'm going to miss. So I encourage you to watch more than just my videos. I love it when you watch my videos, thank you very much, but I encourage you to watch more, because there's people out there that are definitely better at it and know more about this stuff. So by all means, watch several videos, and because other people are going to miss some stuff. And yeah, so if you need to do that, not that hard. You can do that yourself. Don't need a professional. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and you know, we're all in this together. We're better together. So thanks. God bless you. Until next time.